Hi, my name is Oliver Reich and I'm the CEO of Alpha Fintech. Alpha Fintech itself targets the finance industry. In particular, we target banks, payment service providers, which can be payment gateways, new financial institutions, and very large enterprise retailers. What do we do for them? In the finance sector, you can see large banks like Bank of New Zealand and Macquarie Bank who are our customers. In the payment processing segment, there's new entry players like Grab, who just recently got their financial institution license, Amadeus, the largest airline reservation system, Nelnet, a very large solution provider for payment companies, and as well as Alto in Indonesia, alongside very large and reputable retailers like Meijer, Wires, and GoVider, and many others. So the question is, why do these retailers work with Alpha? What is it that's so unique that we provide for them? Well, you see innovation going on everywhere right now. Many new payment providers, fraud solutions, loyalty, installments. It's almost like every month you see some large venture capital investment popping up. And although an API makes it easier to integrate to, because you have to integrate 10, 15, 20, maybe even over 100 solution providers, it generates an incredible amount of complexity. The biggest misconception, number one, is one product is not one API. One product can have 50 or 100 APIs. And when you have 10 different solution providers, not only do you have hundreds of APIs to integrate to, but maintain. Not only do you have all these products integrated right now, but they do not talk to each other. So you do not have interoperability. But beyond the technological challenge, what you've got is an operational challenge. 10 providers equals 10 interfaces, 10 reporting, and 10 billing views. This is what prevents organizations from innovating and growing. So how do we solve this? Think of it as an industrial strength app store. One platform, one solution that integrates the entire payment lifecycle ecosystem, from payments to risk to commerce, from front-end to back-end payment processing platforms, from numerous fraud providers you can customize across, from loyalty providers, so that the users no longer have to build platforms, but that they're focused on building products instead. Products because none of those headaches are theirs anymore, and instead they have a vast solution suite and toolbox where they can pick and choose what product they need, when they need it, and they can just seamlessly customize across all of them. So what can a customer expect when they have all of these tools? Well, if I'm a payment solution provider and a bank, you now have tools that can focus on 5 different areas and, as an added benefit, massively and substantially cut operational and technological costs. How you can use the tool set is literally from onboarding. One of the biggest challenges is if I'm a new customer, a retailer, if I come to a bank or a payment service provider, how long does it take me to go live? Is it minutes and hours like some of the leading providers? Or is it weeks? If it's weeks, you have a problem. It will not be one product that solves that problem. It will be a combination of technological and operational solutions that have to work together in cohesion. Alpha will give you all of those tools, and whatever we don't have, we will enable so you can onboard customers faster. The other problem is with all these new products, how do you add them? How do you maybe add installments? Maybe even tomorrow blockchain-based solutions that you sell. Maybe even loyalty-based products, different alternative payment methods. Every year there are new products. And if you don't have them, that means the customer will either lose revenue or open the door for a competitor. Via Alpha, the user never lacks a product. And instead, each different retailer and customer can have different combination and permutations of solutions to upsell. But even more importantly, if you look at the most successful payment companies in the world, they no longer sell payments. It's a commerce-driving solution. Payments and loans feed off of each other. The data, the volume, the growth, the interoperability. Alpha makes that possible. That means if I'm a payment company and I have X volume in payments, I can enable Y volume in loans right away and make sure that one feeds the other. Last but not least, because you have more products, more in-depth products, the users have superior data. Everything today is about data. You need to be able to access more products, more value data from them, and convert them into massive intelligence that can either help you operationally to cut costs or sales-wise to sell more product. And the icing on the cake, all of this, the ROI is immediate. The total cost of ownership is virtually nothing because the IT and the operational resources are freed. The cost is more than halved and the savings are substantial. So the solution pays for itself right away. Let's take a look at an example. Bank of New Zealand, one of the most progressive banks in the world, is massively right now innovating. One of the problems that they had with their legacy platforms, even though they wanted more payment products, the integration, the enablement, the operationalization, the standardization took a while, took way too long, cost too much. And what that did, all the fantastic brainpower that they had with their valuable IT and operational resources was now drained, on undifferentiating heavy lifting. The customer couldn't care less how and who you integrate it to. Their end customer just cares what's the value you can generate. And not just that, because they had older platforms, it was basically a funnel limiting what data they can get. Across Australia and New Zealand and most of Southeast Asia, Bank of New Zealand is the first bank that migrated their legacy payment processing platform into the Azure cloud via Alpha. So not just did they achieve savings, but now they're working on 27 new products. They have massive millions of dollars in IT and operational savings, and the data intelligence that's now being converted and released is going to help them to cross-sell and upsell a myriad of new products. The new era is not just about product. Cloud is not just about hosting. It's about the first step to get it in, to save the money, and then the second step to enable all these innovations and products. So because of our impact being so far-reaching, you have multiple sales channels and sales avenues to get in. The first one, the obvious one, is the head of payments and merchant acquiring. Nearly for all banks and legacy banks, merchant acquiring is a cost center today. We can change that into a revenue generator and data intelligence field. But because of all the operational and technological savings that are attached to that, you can sell it to the CTO and COO and CFO. Because the savings are in the millions and it makes it a no-brainer. Why are you wasting valuable resources? And last but not least, because we can add, release, and have all of these new products now part of the full-on solution flow, for CIO, this solution is just a boom. It can turbo boost how they're going to innovate. So our ask is, let's connect and change how payment processing shapes an entire region and how it shapes the world. Alpha will help innovation. Alpha is the structural framework that people can build products on top of easier, cheaper, and faster without wasting your valuable resources. I'm looking forward to hearing from you.